Hey YouTube, this is Luke of Luke's Amateur Hour coming back for a review of the Bosch DareDevil SpeedWave drill bit sets. These are used for drilling holes in wood of a particular diameter, right? So you have everything, this is a 3/4 inch, so 3/4 of an inch. So the set that I have here is the 10-piece set, runs from 1/4 inch to 1.25 inches. I bought it for a particular project that I needed, and I bought the 10-piece set because I figured having 10 pieces is going to be good for the future. You know, I got a house, I'm doing constant upgrades, I'm installing dishwashers, I'm installing flooring, all kinds of stuff. I'm running wiring. This is going to be useful in the future. Apologize for the crickets, I'm going to go step on him in a little bit. But so I went for the Bosch ones. They were on sale. I think they run anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks at Lowe's and Home Depot, or maybe just Home Depot. They're not your standard spade bit set though. I'm going to try and find a clean one here. So they have this thing, they call it the SpeedWave for a couple different reasons. So this is the 9/16. It's relatively unused, so you can kind of see what it looks like. You can see there's a bit of a curvature in the spade itself. So as it turns, it's going to scoop and move. You can also see that the tip is threaded. So as you go into the wood, it's going to pull itself like a screw into the wood. The points at the very top, let's see, there we go. The point itself is really sharp, and it's got good clearances and all that other stuff. It really is a very nice set, right? It's got the connector. If you got an impact driver or something like that, this will fit inside your impact driver. So that's really good. So it'll fit in your regular drill. It'll fit in an impact driver. That's good. That's great. It's fantastic. I don't like these. I don't like these. And the reason is it comes down to that screw at the very tip. What happens is if you're drilling down into wood, especially if you're drilling down, which I happen to do. I did it in the workbench to try and drill holes for stuff I needed to mount. If you're drilling down, you're going to get a lot of chips. And to clear those chips, this SpeedWave does do some of it to try and pull those chips up, but it doesn't do enough, especially if you get any holes deeper than that, which this is designed to do. So what you would normally do in a regular spade bit that would have a flat tip, a flat pointed tip like this, it would just be cutters. And what you would do is you would go in and out. You would peck at the hole. And when you pull up, the chips would come out. Now, because the spade bit has a screw tip to it, you're screwing in, and to peck, you have to put your drill in reverse, and then unscrew, and then put your drill in forward, and screw in again, and then unscrew, and put your drill in reverse. So it's a lot more difficult to keep this going with all of that chip clearance. It should also be noted that I was drilling into hardwood cabinets at the time. And my drill was a little bit older. I've since upgraded, but my drill was a little bit older, and it just didn't have the torque to always be able to turn these blades into the hardwood, especially with the larger drill bits. I was actually using this one to drill. I needed a 1-inch hole with some clearances, so I went 1 1/8 inch to make sure I could get it through. And what was happening is my drill was turning, and then it would torque out. It would just stall. And part of the reason was, and I couldn't peck at it to get it going again and like press into it with momentum, because the screw bit on the end, again, was buried. You couldn't just pull it out. You had to reverse it out and then go in, and then reverse it out and go in. So what am I saying here? I'm saying the Bosch DareDevil SpeedWave bits are good if you have a very good drill, or it's really torquey, like a plug-in drill, which is perfectly fine for a homeowner. If you've got a cordless drill, that might not be a really nice new DeWalt or a new Bosch or something like that. If you've got the Harbor Freight Special, or you've got the store brand from IKEA, yeah, sure, or Lowe's or Home Depot, they're probably not going to be able to keep up with the torque requirements that these things are going to have, even though they are really sharp and they do a really good job of getting into a hole. It's probably just not going to keep up. So what do you buy? You spend $5 or $6 less. I'm saving you money. Spend $5 or $6 less and get the regular flat pointed blade. It's going to look like a triangle. It's not going to have the screws, and it's going to look just like a blade at the tip of this. You're going to spend a little less money. I think Bosch still makes a very good drill bit, so if Bosch has a version of these that just has the flat blade, do that. These do cut really well, but for not fantastic drills, you're going to torque out your drill. That's all I had to say about this. I still have them around, I still use them, but if I have something that's really intense, I either bust out a whole bit set or start really small and then make my way bigger. That's all I had. This is Luke. I'm an amateur. This one also didn't take an hour. Thanks for tuning in, YouTube.